Right, so welcome to Intro to Art. Today is May 28th. As usual, make sure to be respectful of others, use the tools when asked. If you have any questions, raise your hand and then do your best. A few tips: make sure to have a paper, pencil, and eraser for the tasks, so that way you can turn them in at the end, or turn them in at the end of class. And then make sure to attend to office hours. Like usual, let's go ahead and do our stress check. Thank you. For today, we're going to go ahead and learn about creating a likeliness from observation, the fact that many objects, man-made and natural, are based on the cylinder. And then we're going to try to shade using value scale tones to achieve a more realistic rendering. Again, all these things are pretty tough to do with the tool that I have, but we're going to try our best. When it comes to today's do now, so this is today's do now. The point was for you to, let me see, where's my, okay. To click and drag each of these into its place depending on what they represent. So for example, we're gonna look at which one means line. So you would look at which one shows lines. And this is the one that shows lines. So this would go here. Okay, so you would click it and you would drag it. Shape. Which one shows shapes? And a lot of them show shapes, but the main one is this one. This one's all about shapes. Okay, and I'll show you why in a bit. This one says form. This is what form is. These are what forms are. They're shapes, but they're 3D figures. Okay, so that's the difference. That's why this isn't shapes. This is. This is just like the form. Then we have space. Notice how this represents space in between. You can see this triangle here, but it's an imaginary triangle that's just, it seems kind of like an illusion, right? If you look here, based on how it's represented, so that is space. Then it says texture. Remember how we talked about texture when it comes to like the rabbit, right? Like how things feel. So texture would be this one. Value. Value is when things go from light to dark or dark to light, especially when shading. So that. And then this one just represents different colors. Okay. So what you would do is you would click on, let's say this one, color, and you would drag it and put it here.
I heard that was space.
Which one?
The column one, you can tell that look like space.
It kind of does, but here space means when it's representing some type of like 3D looking figure, or sometimes it looks like something might be far away. In this case, this one that represents shape, space, it shows like a triangle space, okay? The one that says value, this one you would click and put it here. The one that says space, oh wait, whoops, I put them in the wrong one. This one would go here, and then this one would go there. So just try to mix and match. I know that I made it all confusing now, but that's kind of how that one goes. So today we're gonna practice. Last time we were doing palm trees. This time we're gonna do the palm of the hand. So we're gonna practice drawing your hand using the proposed techniques. Make the darkest value between the fingers and knuckle creases. So between the fingers, these are gonna be dark. And then the knuckle creases this way are gonna be dark. Mm-hmm. We're gonna also erase some spots on the finger pads and between the creases to create a natural highlight effect. Again, on this tool, that'll be very hard to do.
Like look at my hand and draw it.
First, vocabulary. A cylinder is a tube that appears three-dimensional. And then highlight is the area on any surface which reflects the most light. So areas that reflect a lot of light, that's highlight. And it directs attention to or emphasizes an area of a drawing through use of value. So for example, when I wear makeup, I wear what's called highlight. And I put it right around here. It gives like, and sometimes a little bit on my nose, and it adds a little bit of shine to reflect light and to direct attention there. That's highlight. So it's like the brightest part of your face, in the same way it would be like the brightest part of a picture. That's kind of how it would go. So first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna start by tracing your hand palm up. So on your paper, you don't wanna put it like this, not like that. You want it palm up. So you want your palm going up. So not like this. You want it like this. And then to get the best hand shape, keep your pencil at a 90-degree angle. So keep your pencil like this. Don't turn it. Try to keep it up like this. I'm going to attempt doing it on this. Wish me luck. Wow. I laugh because it looks like I have monster hands. All right, so our next step, and please ignore this balloon of a hand. You're gonna relax your hand. The fingers will curl, I can't read that. The fingers will curl in a bit. Lightly sketch the changes in the finger angles. Oh. Well then. All right, so let's do this. Let's start drawing our lines to reflect. Oops. So you might add one, like look at your hand, not just at the picture.
My hand is the only weirdest hand ever. It's different than the other hand.
This is probably the worst drawing of life. I had just
Yeah. This
like
one does not. This one doesn't look great at all. Yeah, it's okay.
I had just started to do well with like the palm tree. That was great. And then this, like.
Listen.
Then
Let's see.
lightly shade the entire hand. But the outline of the hand edges and the knuckle creases should be darker. So like these areas should be a little bit darker.
Mm-hmm.
These just should be a little bit darker, but everything should be kind of shaded. I'll leave it on that side for you, Victor, so you can kind of see what it's supposed to look like. And let me actually erase my drawings because I'd rather you be able to look at the picture of what it's supposed to look like. Is there bigger? There we go.